Katelyn Tuohy is back. After an injury forced her to cut her season short, one of the most decorated NCAA runners of all time is finally healthy, focused, and ready to take on the competition. And this time, she's not just running, she's redefining what it means to transition from college star to professional athlete. Tuohy's journey hasn't been without its challenges. Last year, the former North Carolina State standout shocked fans when she announced she'd forgo the remainder of her NCAA eligibility to turn professional, signing a major deal with Adidas. For someone who had already achieved so much in college, 4 individual NCAA titles, 3 NCAA cross-country team championships, 11 All-American honors, it was a natural next step. But just as things seemed to be falling into place, an untimely injury forced her to sit out key races. For most athletes, injuries are tough to come back from. It's not just the physical setback, it's the mental battle. But Katelyn Tuohy is different. She's the kind of athlete who takes adversity and uses it to get stronger. After months of recovery, training, and learning to listen to her body, Katelyn is back on track. And this time, she's looking better than ever. Tuohy isn't just racing, she's building a brand too. Since going pro, she's secured partnerships with companies that align with her lifestyle and values. From Adidas to her partnership with the granola factory, Katelyn's choices reflect her focus on health, balance, and performance. "I never would have thought I'd have the chance to do something like this," Katelyn wrote after visiting the granola factory to develop her own line. It's a perfect example of how she's building her career both on and off the track. Her agent, Ray Flynn, a 2-time Olympian, couldn't be more excited about Katelyn's potential. "She's got a great form and incredible range," he said. "She can run everything from the 1,500 meters to the marathon." That versatility is what makes Tuohy such a unique talent. Few athletes can dominate both middle distance and long distance events the way she can, and Flynn believes this is only the beginning. And it's not just the big companies that have noticed Tuohy's appeal. Her work ethic, humble attitude, and focus have made her an inspiration to young runners everywhere. Ray Flynn calls her the girl next door because of her down-to-earth personality. She's not flashy, and she doesn't need to be. Katelyn lets her performance speak for itself, and that's what makes her stand out in a world of social media hype. But Katelyn isn't just focused on her professional career. She's also giving back. Last month, she returned to the Armory, a place where she set records and built her legacy, to coach at a track and field camp. For Katelyn, it was more than just a coaching opportunity. It was a chance to inspire over 500 high school athletes by sharing her experiences, lessons, and love for the sport. "It's about working hard, but also enjoying the journey," she told them. Her message was clear. Success is about balance, pushing yourself to be better while appreciating every moment along the way. Katelyn's path to this point hasn't been linear. Like every great athlete, she's faced setbacks, including a long recovery period after her injury. But if her performance at the U.S. Olympic trials is any indication, Katelyn Tuohy is ready for whatever comes next. She may not have hit her all-time best in that race, but qualifying for the 5,000-meter final was an achievement in itself. For Katelyn, it wasn't just about the result, it was about the experience. "I'm glad I decided to go," she said. "It was a good learning opportunity, and I'm proud I gave it a shot." And here's where Katelyn's story gets even more exciting. A few days after the trials, she showed the world exactly what she's capable of. Competing in the Sound Running Sunset Tour in Los Angeles, Katelyn delivered her first win since turning pro. It was a sign that the trials were just the warm-up, and the real journey was just beginning. Katelyn Tuohy's comeback isn't just about running fast again. It's about proving to herself, her fans, and her competitors that she's here to stay. She's not just aiming to compete, she's aiming to dominate. With indoor competitions and the potential for a run at the World Championships in March, Katelyn has big goals ahead. If her recent performances are any indication, she's more than ready to take on the challenge. Katelyn Tuohy's comeback isn't just about returning to the sport. It's about redefining her future. After months of dealing with injuries, recovery, and uncertainty, Katelyn is once again showing why she's one of the most exciting athletes in distance running today. Her recent performances have proven that the struggles she faced were just a chapter in a much bigger story, one that's far from over. At the U.S. Olympic trials last year, Katelyn made it to the 5,000-meter final, a feat that felt like a victory in itself after months of limited training. While her finishing time wasn't near her all-time best, the experience gave her something more important: a fresh perspective. "It wasn't ideal to open my season at the trials," Katelyn admitted, "but I'm proud I lined up and gave it everything I had." For her, that race wasn't about winning, it was about learning, and it set the stage for what came next. Just days after the trials, Katelyn headed to Los Angeles to compete in the sound-running Sunset Tour Women's 5,000 meters. This time, the Katelyn Tuohy everyone had been waiting for was back. She didn't just win, she controlled the race with the confidence and composure that have defined her career. It wasn't just a comeback performance, it was a reminder that Katelyn is still a force to be reckoned with. And here's the thing about Katelyn Tuohy. She's not just focused on the short term. While most professional athletes specialize in one distance, Katelyn is different. Her agent, Ray Flynn, has already pointed out how versatile she is, saying she could dominate events ranging from the 1,500 meters all the way up to the marathon. That's not an exaggeration. It's a reflection of Katelyn's talent, work ethic, and ability to adapt. Most runners take years to build the kind of range Katelyn has already shown, and she's only just getting started. The next big challenge for Katelyn, a potential run at the Indoor World Championships in March. It's a goal that would push her to compete on the global stage against the best athletes in the world. And while it won't be easy, Katelyn's mindset has always been one of quiet determination. She doesn't let pressure overwhelm her. She uses it to fuel her progress. "I just focus on what I can control," she said in the past. That simple, grounded approach is what makes her so special. But Katelyn's story isn't just about her personal achievements, it's about her impact on the sport as a whole. From her days as a high school phenom to her decorated college career, Katelyn has inspired countless young athletes. Her recent return to the Armory, where she coached at a track and field camp, is a perfect example of the kind of role model she's become. Sharing advice and experiences with over 500 high school athletes, Katelyn reminded them that success isn't just about winning, it's about enjoying the journey, staying focused, and never giving up. That message hits even harder when you consider Katelyn's own journey. Injuries are a part of every athlete's career, but what sets Katelyn apart is how she's handled them. Instead of letting setbacks define her, she's used them as opportunities to grow. That ability to bounce back, to adjust, and to keep pushing forward is what separates great athletes from legends. Katelyn is proving that she's the latter. Beyond the track, Katelyn's growing list of partnerships also shows the kind of influence she's building. Her collaboration with Adidas has positioned her as one of the most marketable young athletes in running, while deals with brands like Olipop and the Granola Factory highlight her commitment to a balanced, healthy lifestyle. Katelyn's choices reflect who she is, an athlete who works hard, stays grounded, and focuses on what matters. The best part? Katelyn Tuohy's story is still being written. Her comeback is only the beginning of what promises to be a long and successful professional career. Whether she's aiming for the Indoor World Championships, continuing to dominate on the track, or inspiring the next generation of runners, Katelyn's impact on the sport is undeniable. She's not just back, she's better, stronger, and more determined than ever. So, what's next for Katelyn Tuohy? Will she continue her upward trajectory and take on the global stage? One thing is certain, the running world is watching. Katelyn has already proven she can rise above adversity, and if her recent performances are any sign, the best is yet to come. What do you think of Katelyn's comeback? Can she dominate the professional scene just like she did in college? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates on Katelyn Tuohy and the athletes who are changing the game. With Katelyn back on the track, the future of distance running has never looked brighter.